Hi there. Today, I want to talk to you about learning to ride a bike. And you may be asking yourself, yeah, what does learning to ride a bike have to do with growing a business? Well, let's dig into it. Let me just show you there are a lot of commonalities and a lot of principles. So I want you to think back to when you learned to ride a bike. There were two choices if you think about it. And I'm sure that there's some people who've done it both ways, but one of the ways is just to get on the bike and start riding. Now, that if you don't know how to ride a bike and you've never done it before, you're going to be unsteady. You're going to crash. It's going to be painful. You're going to have scratches and bruises and scrapes. It's just, it's just what happens if you try to do something that you've never done before by yourself. It's going to be painful. And riding a bike, you're going to fall and you're going to get hurt. I mean, that's just the way it is. More likely, you learned to ride the way I did. You probably had some training wheels, and you went out, and you ran, and you got used to riding, and you built up your leg strength enough, and your speed, and your balance enough, so that at some point they took the training wheels off. And I remember my dad, held the seat, like he balanced me up there. And he's like, all right, start pedaling. And he started walking along with me. And then he began to run as we got faster. And then he let go. But he was still beside me. And I'm pretty sure I fell or, came close to crashing anyway. But he kept me from getting hurt. It was a lot less painful to have someone alongside of me, to someone that had done it before, someone who had been down that path, who knew how to ride a bicycle, who could teach me how to ride a bicycle with a lot less pain involved. So your bike is a lot like your business. A bike is going to be, if you think about it, when you're in business, you're moving from one plateau to another plateau to another. It kind of never ends. You're always moving on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, whatever that is. And so as a business owner, you've got a choice. You can, and when you went into business, you probably did it this way. You probably thought you knew everything. At least I did when I went into business. And you did a lot of things by trial and error. And it was painful. There was a lot of pain points. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of time. It was a lot of, hey, we did this wrong. It didn't feel good to continuously be doing it wrong. Okay. So I got to thinking about this. When you reach plateaus along the way, or just pretty much the whole growth of a business, wouldn't it make sense to have somebody to come alongside you to hold you up, who had done it before, who knew how to do it, who knew how to teach you, who taught other people how to do it, who had also grown businesses themselves? Wouldn't it make sense to have a guide alongside you? Wouldn't it make sense to have a coach alongside? Well, that's what we do, here in our business. We come alongside you and we make it a lot less painful, because it's business ownership is hard. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of determination. But it's a lot less painful if you have someone along to bounce ideas off of, who's done it before, who could lend a hand along the way. So that's it. That's my metaphor, the bike for the business. That, think about riding. Once you learn how to ride a bike, it is very, it's freedom. You can go some places. You can, as a kid, you can go around the neighborhood. You can get there a lot faster than you could on foot. It gives you some wings. It gives you some freedom out there. Well, having a guide, making it, success should be that freedom for you. So think about it. Doesn't it make a lot more sense to have somebody come alongside? Isn't it worth a chat with me or one of our team members to talk about how to help you ride your bike with a lot less pain and achieve the freedom that you went into business for in the first place? So those are my thoughts for today. I hope you have a fantastic week. And until next time, all the best.